Good evening, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm back with you today with another investment video. We've got a lot to discuss, guys, which has happened over the last week or so. I'll just be laying out the topics that I'll be going over with you today. We've got obviously all the fears of the recession. I'll do my portfolio update and how the stocks have fallen from all the fear that's been growing about the recession. I also will be at the end of the video. I'll be going over my dividends that I received for this month, and also about the Robinhood U.K, which is happening very soon. But on to the first topic, guys, which is, as you can see on the screen, US stocks have took a tumble with fears of looming recession. As you can see, basically, quite a lot of the indexes have fallen. The S&P 500, the Dow, the Nasdaq, all have fallen. And the economy has fallen, all indexes down, and in that, basically all the news has been telling us is that all investors have been sell all the stocks and putting it all into bonds. But I wouldn't really take too much notice of what the media tells you, guys. They're just trying to strike fear into you. It's what they do. But I for one will not be selling any of my stocks. You've just got to hold out and make sure that you've got good investments that can ride out stuff like this. As you can see, guys, yields for the first 2.5 years, Treasuries inverted for the first time since June 2007, months before onset of the Great Recession, which have crippled markets for years. Just basically, this article from Yahoo Finance, just been saying about all the indexes have fallen. And it only takes a few dodgy tweets from Donald Trump here and there and a few of the bigger named investors to do certain things for this to fall. As you can see there as well, 11 major sectors of the S&P 500 have fallen. So what I'll be doing now, guys, I'll be going into my portfolio and just showing you how it's been affected all this last week. So we're logging into my Freetrade account with you now. As you can see, it currently stands at £3,054.94. You can just see here, the last 7 days, it did initially rise after the fall from the China trade war, all of that. As you can see, it went up there, back up, down a little bit, rose again, and then since probably Monday or Tuesday, I'd say it's gone down. So it's probably gone down about £60 maybe. So I'll just go into my stocks now and just show you how they performed over the last week or so. So the first one is Verizon. The last month they've gone down quite a bit. They're minus 3% into the reds, but they've actually rose a little bit today. So they've gone up around 2%, which is nice. I have 8 shares of Verizon, and I'm up on my investment around 0.81%, £2.95. Next up we have is AT&T. These guys have been doing really great for me over the last few months. I think they've been in the green for probably the last, I'd say, probably 4 or 5 months now. They're up 2% in the last month. Over the last 7 days, rose and gone back down a little bit. But yeah, still in the green, which is always good signs. I own 12 shares of AT&T. I'm up 12.72%, £38.04. Sorry, guys. Next up, another one of my probably best performing stocks over the last 4 or 5 months, along with AT&T. We have Coca-Cola. As you can see, last month, a bit up and down, but they are still in the green, which is really good. Today, up 1.42%. And over the last 7 days, you can see them in the green there, up 1.4%. I own 7 shares of Coke, and I'm up around 20% on my investment, which is £50, which is pretty good, guys, to get them sort of returns over the long term. Next up, guys, as we've just gone from my best performing stock, we now reached my worst performing stock over the last couple of months, which is AbbVie. Obviously, they recently got taken over. They're down 10% in the last month. Last 7 days, dropped a further 1.6%. I own 5 shares of AbbVie, and I'm currently down 11.4% on my investment, £33.26. Probably a good time to get some more in of AbbVie, because obviously they are really low at the moment. You can see in the last year they've dropped massively, but I do think these are a good solid company, and I think they'll be back. So I do feel like dollar cost averaging with these is quite essential. Next on the list we have is Starbucks. As you can see, another one who's my relatively new stocks, doing quite well. In the last 7 days they've gone down a little bit, but over the last month generally they are up around 6%, which is good. I own 3 shares of Starbucks, and I'm up around 7.4% on my investment, or £16, and it's just shot down £16. I'm up around with Starbucks. Next one we have on the list is Colgate, another good solid company. Last month up and down, mainly in the red for the month. I own 4 shares of Colgate's, and I'm up around 1.3% on my investment, £3.11 to be exact. Next on the list we have is Microsoft. Well, last month down around probably 4% down. Last 7 days also in the red. I own 2 shares of Microsoft, and I'm down 2.35% on my investment, £5.27. Next on the list we have is Johnson & Johnson, obviously a good solid blue chip dividend company. Again, as many of my stocks in the last month, you can see up, down, but generally they are in the red for the month. I own 2 shares of Johnson & Johnson, and I'm up around 1.2%, or £2.62. Next on the list we have is Ford. These have also not been doing great for me, as along with AbbVie. Obviously, you can see they've gone down into the red by 12% over the last month. Last 7 days, dropped 5% as well. But again, another one, guys, but all about dollar cost averaging. I see Ford as a good company who will be around for quite some time. So that's what my strategy will be, into plowing money into the stocks that I own, which are in the red, to try and help the dollar cost averaging out. I own 25 shares of Ford, and I'm down around 10% on my investment, £21.74 to be exact. Next we have is Shell. I'm down. Is there down another one who's been quite down a bit? I did actually buy one more share of these, as you can see there, on the 12th of August for £23.70. I think that may be around the cheapest I've bought a share of Shell. But since then they've still fell, guys. So it shows you can't always predict the market. But I own 6 shares of Shell now, and I'm down around 9% on my investment, or £13. Next is Imperial Brands, one of the few companies that are actually in the green for the month, up around 2%. I own 6 shares of Imperial Brands, and I'm up around 3.21% on my investment, or £3.89. Next we have is US corporate bond, as expected. Bit glitchy, guys, apologies there. But when it does finally load up, there we go. You'll see US corporate bond over the last month. You can see it's risen, as obviously quite a lot of investors have put money into bonds because they're quite a safer bet in comparison to stocks. But this is actually up around 6% for the month. I own 2 shares of these, up around 8.27 on my investment, or £6.96. Next on the list we have is Barratt, the real estate development company, just about into the red for the month, down around 2% in the last day or so. But I own 11 shares, and I'm up around 4% on my investment with Barratt, or £2.67. Next on the list we have Aviva, another one of my worst performing stocks, down 12% for this month. In the last 7 days they've dropped 6%. Again, guys, could be a good time to dollar cost average with Aviva, because I do believe in all the companies that I own that they will be around for quite some time. I own 14 shares of Aviva, and I'm down around 13% on my investment, or £7.75. Next on the list we have is BP, again another one, down 10% for the month, into the red. I own 10 shares and they're down 11% on my initial investment, or £6.35. Next we have is Bank of America, down 8% into the red for the month. I own 2 shares and I'm down around 1.6% on my investment, only 71 pence. Next we have another bank stock, Wells Fargo, into the red, in the red for the month, down 6%. And I've only owned 1 share and I'm only down 0.64% on my initial investment. Next on this was National Grid, one of the stocks that's in the green for the month, up and down, but obviously still in the green, which is good. I own 3 shares of National Grid and they're up around 3.38%, or 83 pence for me. Next we have is Taylor Wimpey, who have really struggled, down 10% in this last month, 4% in the last 7 days. I own 14 shares. I'm down 21% on my investment, or £5.33. Next is Lloyd's, another one who's been really struggling, down 15% in this month into the red. Last 7 days as well, they're down 2.4% more into the red. I have 39 shares of Lloyd's and I'm down 21% on my investment, £5.16. Commercial properties, down in the last month, 8% around into the red. I own 16 shares and I'm down 7.6% on my investment, or £1.43. Next is Vodafone, who've been obviously good in the midst of all this still, with the trade war and recession fears, but they're up around 15% over the last month, guys, which is brilliant. Down a bit over the last 7 days, which is expected, but still up. I own 5 shares and it's up 10% for my investment, or 68 pence. And next we have is Renewable Infrastructures Energy Trust, down 4% for this month. I own 5 shares and I'm down around 2.5%, or 15 pence. So there's a portfolio, guys. You can see over the last 7 days it's gone up, down, up again, then it's gone down over this week with all this that's been going on. But I just want to go in with you on a lighter topic about the portfolio. I just want to go through the 5 dividends that I've received this week. So at the start of the week I received a dividend of, wait for it guys, you'll be knocked off your chairs, 5 pence. Yep, 5 pence for commercial properties. Hey, they say pennies make pounds. That was at the start of the week. And then I had a bit of a better day, 2 dividends in the same day. I had Verizon, which had a dividend of £3.20. And then also on the same day, I had AT&T of a dividend of £4.20. And then yesterday, I received my monthly dividend off a US corporate bond of 24 pence. It's always nice to receive a dividend, no matter how little it is, especially every month. It's really good. If you can get more shares into that and try and up the amount I get paid, that'll be good. Then I received a dividend today of 62 pence from National Grid, which is, I know it's little dividends, guys, but my portfolio is relatively small still. Obviously, I'll be building it up more in the future, but it's always nice to get them dividends and reinvest them back into the portfolio. I also sold my free share that I got from Freetrade, which got put into my basic account, which I showed you last time. And that just went into my portfolio, into my ISA. So on the final topic we're discussing today, guys, is Robinhood U.K. has been announced that it's been given the green light by the FCA to launch in the UK. Obviously, Robinhood is an absolute massive brokerage in the US. It's got over 5,000 stocks. It was started in 2013 by, excuse me if I butcher the names because I'm struggling here. Vladimir Tenov and Bajin Bahat. They launched it back in 2013, and it's worth an estimated 7.6 billion. And I'm really excited about this, guys. As to put this in perspective, Freetrade probably owns around a couple of hundred stocks. Robinhood owns 5,000 stocks, which is absolutely, the choices are unbelievable. And obviously, as an investor, you want the more stocks you can have, the better to invest in. So yeah, they haven't said when it's going to launch, but when I can see it being probably in the next three months, maybe more. I'm not too sure, guys, but anyway, that's it for today's video. If you could please like the video and subscribe to my channel, that would be really appreciated. And any comments, any feedback on the portfolio as well, and what you think about it, or what you think about Robinhood coming to the UK, anything like that, guys, I'll appreciate and reply to all comments. Thanks very much. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Bye.